Hello, Tigers, and welcome to the debut episode of the Tiger Talk Podcast.
Woo, echo, don't be
Yeehaw! Yeah! Great. Okay, so we are the Video 2 class here at Battleground High School for the class of 2024. I mean, some of us are seniors, but... Well, most of us are seniors, but some of us are not seniors.
Isn't.
So today we want to talk about our Video 2 class and how far we've grown in our experience with Video 2.
We should introduce ourselves.
We should. Keanan, you go first.
What a good idea.
All right. My name is Keanan. I am the person that works all of the sound equipment here in the podcast room, and I don't really do much else.
I'm Jake Revstad, and next to me is Cooper.
Hi, I'm Cooper.
Okay, hi, I'm Matthew Parker. I'm a senior.
My name is Reed Volstek, and I'm also a senior, and today I'm going to be asking the questions. We are kind of the quote-unquote creative team in the Video 2 class, I think. We're kind of the ideal guys.
We're the ones that come up with all the ideas.
Yeah, and we do most of the stuff, and then everyone else kind of like helps, of course, and does their own thing as well, but we're more like the, hey guys, let's
We're
do
the
this.
back and bones of this class.
Okay, so my first question I want to ask is, the first topic I should say, is how far we've come since the beginning of this year and how far we've grown as video students. So my first topic under that umbrella is our Spooky Splash, which, for those of you listening, we made earlier around Halloween time. We made a spoof on the Twilight Zone, and we called it the Spooky Splash. Weird name, but that's besides the point. We try to make an anthology series. We only made 2 episodes. These videos have never been released because they're absolutely atrocious. But any of you guys want to talk about it?
Oh yeah, those videos were terrible, but they were a good learning experience. You know?
Yeah, they sure were.
Yeah. You know, me and Cooper, we worked on both the videos, while like people like Jake and Reed and Keanan, they worked on one or the other, and
Yeah.
there's a lot to talk about with them, so if anyone wants to talk about that, they can.
It was definitely some work. It really used everybody in it.
Yeah, it sure did.
It was something to do with like a storm and the lights going off, and every time the lights going off, someone disappeared. And I thought that would have been so easy to do, and I thought it was gonna be like an insanely good film. It was not. The light. We had to figure out like how to time the lights going off, so we had to have a person in a different room who couldn't see us, who were in the other room acting. And they had the time when to turn off the lights, and it was not fun at all because having to signal through to someone who's in another room and they can't see you. Yeah, it didn't go well. So like everything, all the timing was off for the lights and everything. So it would just turn off at like the most random times, like cut through the script or whatever. So people would be in the middle of lines and then the lights would just go off, and that wasn't what was intended. I mean, it worked out slightly, I'd like to think. I think it still looks nice, but
It's funny.
it doesn't
I like
look
it.
nice.
It was also riddled with continuity errors and
Oh, yes.
bad-looking shots. Like, for example,
We didn't even plan the shots. I was like, I'll look good here probably, and then
and like
maybe
for
right here,
example,
too.
in one shot, I'm wearing one shirt, then I walk into a different room, it cuts to another shot, and I'm wearing just a completely different colored
We had to
shirt.
film on different days.
Yeah.
But I know that that was before we kind of learned how to operate as a team to make sure that things, look okay when you're recording. And I know that was a problem for us in the very beginning, and a lot of us were not great at that. I know Keanan had previous experience with it. I had experience with it in photography club, but I forgot about it. But I know that some of us had like our shots ended up being very blue, or it was just very bright or dark, and we still struggle with it a bit, but we're a lot better on it now. And I know that it's been a process about learning about that, and it's a good technique to learn for filming.
I mean, my shots look great, but all of you definitely need
Okay,
to
bud.
practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, man. Sure.
Yeah, we can run some of those clips, I think, of some of those pictures comparing everybody's to each other, because
This is going to be an audio podcast.
Oh yeah, crap.
We don't-
I'll cut that out.
Well, it
But,
is.
I mean,
it
we
is
could
going to be
edit video.
we had a video with everyone's videos together, so there's like 9 different squares on this, and they're all different colors. The same, like it was basically the same shots, but they're all looked like completely different from each other because we couldn't really quite grasp the whole white balance stuff yet. I mean, everyone, it looked good to everyone personally, but then when you put them all together, there was yellow pictures and there's a blue picture. It looks like they all had like filters over the cameras.
Okay, the next topic I have is learning to work as a team and how we learn to overcome our differences to make good video productions. So you guys want to talk about that at all?
I can definitely say that at the beginning of the year there was a lot of not so friendly relationships in this class.
Yeah.
Not naming names though.
Yeah, not gonna name names, but,
we know.
two of us in here were definitely not friendly to each other. We eventually got back together though. We were able to pull it back together.
Yeah.
Mother's maiden name erased.
People
Oh,
stopped
no.
involving themselves as much.
I think we went from we all wanted to have our own ideas and our own videos, and we went from no, I want this, and we learned to compromise and go, okay, what would work best for all of us? And I think that's really evident in our next topic is our drunk driving PSA. We'll get to that in a minute, but it was a PSA we made, but that was really our height of us learning to work as a team during this year, because we went from being absolutely
Bad at
It's
working
kind of
Yeah,
where we just
independent.
found jobs for everybody.
Yeah, we
everyone
found,
found their place in the program.
We figured out what we're good at.
I know that I'm great at coming up with ideas and storyboarding and everything.
I know I'm just great at everything.
Yeah,
And
of
that
course,
thing
Jake,
doesn't
of
work.
course.
I mean, that's where we found Keanan was really good with the audio stuff, and I mean that's what he's doing right now. He's helping us with the audio for this podcast.
I know Matthew's good at video and
Editing.
editing, and then
Yeah.
Cooper's good at equipment, like microphone and camera.
Setting up the
and-
camera. Yeah.
I know Jake, you're good at directing too. I'm also good at directing, but Jake, I know that. Of course, I'm good at directing. But I know Jake that you're pretty good at that too, and so I think that we've all found a place for us. I know that Anthony's is more like a camera operator, and then same with Henry. Henry,
He's
will
got
act
they got
more.
hidden talent. Henry loves acting.
Henry's
I
great at
love
acting.
using Henry for an
Yeah.
actor.
He's awesome.
Anthony's kind of got a hidden talent. I think he has yet to bloom.
He
No
seems
way.
to have
He's a
stage
late
fright where
bloomer.
he doesn't want to be on
blue,
camera.
He's
as
a-
in make all of his
Blue.
videos blue.
All right, so the next umbrella topic I have is our drunk driving PSA that we made a couple months ago. It was our first outside of school film. It was the first thing we filmed not in the classroom, and we decided, hey, let's meet after school to film this. And we planned it out. I know that this was for a competition where they wanted us to come up with a public service announcement against drunk driving, and we had to use a video idea of someone saying no to their friends, peer pressure.
There's a
them.
bunch of prompts, and that was one of the prompts.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
that was
one of three.
the funnest one, I guess. And that's
Yeah.
why
The
we
one that
chose
we
it.
could actually do.
And
Yeah.
I know that I wrote a script and storyboarded it, and then when we went out to film it, I scouted the location. I got some actors from drama club that I'm in, and we all went up to film. I know Jake kind of did more of the directing, Matthew did the editing, and camera. Keanan did audio again. Cooper held the boom
As
mic.
always.
He was the boom operator.
Jake and I also acted in it with the other actors, and it was our first big project, and it did not turn out that well, I'm gonna say, but it was because we were rushed and we didn't really. It was
We
our
had-
first experience.
Thursday, Friday, and
that
then
was it.
Monday.
Yeah.
We had the weekend, but
And Matthew, I
we're
think you
not
did great editing for only having 2 hours to edit it.
Yeah.
But I think if we had more time, we could have really planned out the shots more, and I think I could have planned out a little bit better too. I know that we were all kind of rushing because the sun was going down. We didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah, we were a severe lack of time, and then some of the later shots suffered for that because we switched different lenses and they didn't look as good, and it was hard to make them look good in editing. And I
There
think
are
I
some there are
did
some
a
good
decent
shots
job
though.
of
I
that.
really like the ending shots, and those shots are good. But
Yeah.
it was kind of we went out there, we went to the gravel lot at the high school, and we started filming at around 3, and then we didn't stop until about 5 when sun was almost setting. So it
Because
was
this was in February.
it made for
yeah.
a picturesque ending. I liked it.
But yeah, it was a fun experience, and I got some actors from my club. We all went out there. Like I said, we scouted the location a day before. We went out there, we filmed it, and then Matthew edited it on Monday. Okay, so the next topic I have, this is our biggest topic that we're going to talk about, is BG&60. This is our newscasting on Instagram every Tuesday and Thursday. We post minute-long videos talking about, we have public service announcement, we have commercials, we have announcements in general, we have some fun videos, we make little sketches, sometimes just little videos just announcing things going around the school. This is a little news channel. We call it BG&60. So first off, how did we invent it, guys?
We just had
It's
a
not
day
bad.
where we all came up with ideas, and Mr. Foster did most of the work, but some of us came up with other
I think
ideas.
that the idea of calling having the name your BG&60 was, I think BG&60. Who came up with that name?
I don't know.
That was a fella from Video One. That was
just in first
Oh
period.
yeah,
Eli, yeah.
And then I came up with the logo, which took me not very long.
Yeah, and
It's the one you see in every video.
Well, I know that we divided up duties a lot. So I know Matthew and I edit, but we all kind of come up with our own video ideas, and we all go out and record our own videos, and then we combine them all for a minute-long video, and we try to plan out, the length of them, different ideas. We divide up the duties. Cooper and Anthony usually help with other videos, and then Keanan, I know you made a few of yours, but you usually help with other people's videos too.
Yeah, I've only made.
So
like
it's really
3
me,
or
Jake,
4.
and Matthew who are making like most of the videos, and then they all get combined. But people are still helping with it.
Yeah.
So we have like a system down now where it's all planned out pretty well, and we have it going twice a week, except for this week because we were worried about the podcast and other things going on.
And we were busy filming videos that you saw on Thursday edition.
Yeah.
Yep.
First off, Cooper, what was your favorite video we made for BGN60?
I definitely liked the "Don't Be Late to Class" one. That was a fun one to film.
We had to
Especially
film that
enjoyed
one.
the part where I died.
Yeah, we had to film that one twice because the first time I was acting in it, Cooper filmed it, and it didn't look great because Cooper wears glasses, so he's not super great at focusing.
Yeah.
So I put all the stuff into the editing timeline, and I realized, oh, this looks bad. So then I was like, okay, Cooper, we're gonna go out, refilm this, and then Cooper acted in it. I filmed it, and it looked way better. And
My
then I edited
punishment
it.
for not filming while it was dying.
Rip.
And I know that you like synced up, like you changed all the audio to match footsteps.
Yeah, because like the halls are noisy, people are talking, getting in the way, and like I just wanted cleaner audio, so I put in like extra footsteps, like from the sound effects that we
Yeah.
have, and I put those in.
It's impressive. You managed to line it up really well.
This might be a good time to tell you to stop hanging out in the hallways, por favor.
So Anthony's favorite video he picked was the chase one. So that one's a little interesting because I made this video and Keanan helped with it, filming it, where I stand and say, hey guys, remember to park safely and drive safely in the parking lot. And then Anthony's character doesn't have a parking pass and I chase after him. So I want to make a sequel video where I'm announcing the same thing because we have another parking lot one. I'm talking about extended parking for like if you're under 3 periods. And I asked Anthony to be in it, but he didn't want to show his face. So I go, okay, let's try to work around this. And it was some trials and tribulations because, but Matthew helped film that one, and I know that we managed to edit it and film it to where his face was blurry when it was shown, and it wasn't in focus. And it was a little bit of a problem fighting over that because I wanted him to be in the video, but he didn't want to show his face. But we managed to get it to where it turned out pretty well, and I think that's a good example of overcoming a problem. And then Matthew, I know your favorite video you said it was the capital levy.
Oh yeah, I liked that one because Reed, he started it, he did the talking, and then I filmed it, and then I edited it, and I just really like it because the way it turned out, I think if you compare it to the raw footage and the raw sound, it looks and sounds way better, and I just feel like that's where I really grew as an editor and figured out how to make videos that look half decent and sound half decent, so that's why I like it.
I know
even
we didn't,
though it was never posted.
It was never posted because it was
Before we started doing the BG and
Yeah.
60s, it was just like February when we were doing announcements, and then we figured out BG and 60 in March.
All right, and Keanan, you said your favorite was, well, one of the ones, not really your favorite, but one that you like is the Color Wars one, where we all kind of green screened ourselves into a Street Fighter-esque video to announce the Color Wars Spirit Week. Do you want to add anything to that?
I like that it used
No,
all
it
of
was
us
okay.
for our acting skills, but it was okay.
That was fun to film.
I think it was fun to film, and it was really fun to edit. I know that we had some problems along the way with editing because, like, adding transitions, sometimes, like, I added animations, and then adding the transitions messed up the animations. And so it was a little bit difficult to edit around that. But I think it's, if I went back and did it again, I would try to reanimate it and make it a little bit better.
And learn how to actually fight.
Yeah, well, some people like fall off the green screen, and we need to have a bigger green screen sometimes. So I'm thinking if I'd go back and do it, I'd do it a little bit differently. But I still like the end result. And then I think Jake, you and I have the same favorite one, which is the poster video.
Yeah, that poster video was pretty fun. It was we kind of switched actors halfway through. I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit more melodramatic but we just had some fun just creating. We spent like 2 days just creating random posters that
I went through is it Canva or Canvas?
I think it was you and Keanan and Reed.
Keanan made the rock poster, and I made every other poster.
I mean, that
And
wasn't
yet
the
the rock
only
poster is the
poster
one that we have
Keanan
hanging
made.
up.
Yes, the
There's
rock
like-
poster is the fun one.
There's like 5 rock posters. 1 with an actual rock and
Oh.
4 with the rock.
No, that's what you meant. But with that, yeah, I went through and I used templates, but for some of them, but I designed a bunch of posters based around different time periods or different events in history for a PSA of like, hey, take down your old posters. Which, if you're listening, if you have a club that leaves up old posters in the hallway, take them down. I saw one from November yesterday, and we already made a video saying, hey guys, if you see an old poster that doesn't belong there,
Take it down.
Take it down. But with that one, yeah, I made a bunch of different templates, and it was fun to just work on that, and then eventually make the video. And I think I acted in it originally, but I think I just was like, okay, well, I know what shots I want to get, so I'm gonna have Jake act so I can get those shots. So I think that turned out pretty well, and I think that was probably my favorite video. I got a lot of compliments, a lot of people saying it was pretty funny. So. And then Henry, he's not in the room with us, but he said his favorite was the trash video that he acted in to keep the hallways clean.
Oh, yeah.
He also said he liked bumping into the people in the hallway.
Those were my ideas to get Henry out of the box.
Boing,
And
Yeah.
more, we need to make Henry a staple of society.
Henry's really great.
He likes
Yeah,
to.
he's awesome.
Yeah, I made him bump into people. He just does my bidding, and it's pretty awesome. I might have to exploit it some more later. But
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Make like 5 more PSAs with him.
And I do believe that concludes today's podcast, the first podcast. Matthew, Cooper, you guys have anything to say?
Yes. Join video class. It is great. It is fun. It is amazing. Join video 1 if you haven't, and if you have done video 1, then do video 2 because it's awesome. Both are awesome and they're great.
Reed?
Well, we also have an audio class too. If this is something you're interested in, if you like making movies, if you like filming, if you're interested in social media like Instagram, TikTok, and you want to improve on your filmmaking skills, if you like just audio sound mixing, this is all kind of related. I would just say join the class if you're very interested in it. If this is something you'd like to do, sign up for it. We would love to have more people join. A lot of us are graduating this year, so we would like some people to take over and continue the legacy of BGTV and the podcast and keep this going. And, it's just a great time. It's been a great time. I've had a lot of fun. But thank you for listening to this first episode. It's been a lot of fun recording it, and we hope to see you next week when we release the second episode. Time's yet to be decided, but thank you for listening to our first episode.
Goodbye.